Hello. If you are with us, hopefully you are trying to connect AddEvent with ActiveCampaign. Right now, you are seeing the Zapier AddEvent listing, but you can also access this from two different places. From the ActiveCampaign app section down here, you can click Event Management and you'll see AddEvent right here. Or if you search AddEvent up here, that should pop up for you as well. And then you can click the integration documentation. Alternatively, if you are looking at the AddEvent website and you're on the integrations pages, you can go ahead and see there's the ActiveCampaign page, and you can click straight into this connecting AddEvent and ActiveCampaign. So when you get to this page, this is going to be similar to the other Zapier page that you saw. If you're looking just straight from Zapier, you can look for the company which you are trying to connect us with. This is now going to look the same as this other page. So what you can see here is a couple of things. You can go ahead and scroll down and you can see the supported triggers and actions from both companies. And you can also basically set up whatever workflow you'd like in here. So first things first, let's look at the triggers. We can see these are the different triggers that AddEvent and ActiveCampaign support. So for example, if you get a new calendar subscriber, if you get a new RSVP attendee, you can go ahead and push those into ActiveCampaign, which is a use case we see a ton of. When you push those into ActiveCampaign, that's going to be doing an action. So the trigger is what prompts it. The action is what happens once that trigger is on off. If we scroll down here, we can see a couple of things under the ActiveCampaign actions. We can see create accounts, create or update contacts, what have you. In this example, I'm just going to go through and say, when we get a new RSVP attendee, let's go ahead and create or update a contact in ActiveCampaign. So when I say connect my apps and I hit that button, that's going to go ahead and pop up with the workflow editor. Over here on the right, you can see the caution status sign, meaning there's two things left to set up. And here you can see that as well on each of the two steps of the workflow. So as we click into here, basically, we can see a couple of things. Let me move my face. We can see the app and event. So we've already defined that in the previous step, but if you wanted to come in here and change it, you could absolutely change it in this part as well. Once that is set up, the app and event, it's going to ask you what account you'd like to connect to. So I'm going to choose my AddEvent account. Amazing. So now I've selected that. I could go ahead and hit continue. If I work with multiple different AddEvent instances, I can change it as well to the correct account. Once I've gone ahead and click the test trigger button, it's going to start testing the trigger. And we can see that it's found the email that we're looking for. I'll go ahead and hit continue. From here, we can see similarly, it's jumped to the account portion of the workflow since we've already selected the app and event that we want to use. Right here, we can go ahead. I've already connected my ActiveCampaign account, but if you wanted to change it, or if for some reason you had not yet connected it, you could connect your account with a new account button there. I'll go ahead and hit continue. What it's going to ask me here is essentially what list I want to add this contact to. So I'm just putting it in my main list. If you do not have the ID for your ActiveCampaign, which you probably don't if you're coming from AddEvent, but if you added an RSVP custom field, you absolutely could. Anyways, we're going to pop the email address in here, and then we're going to also pop email address into the email field. And then you can do other field mappings as you see fit. There we go, just an example. We will then go ahead and hit continue, and we can test that action to make sure that that connection looks good and is working properly. We'll give that just a second. Cool. And we can see that that test has been completed. A contact was sent to ActiveCampaign about however many seconds ago. And then you can go ahead and either retest the action or publish that to get that live. And once it's published, you are all set and that connection should be set up. Please make sure that you double check that it all looks good in your accounts. But otherwise, I hope that was helpful, and hopefully you are getting your data from one system to the other flawlessly. Thanks, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.